Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Gonna jump around through a couple different articles today and have a little discussion. I think it's getting very interesting as we're getting closer and closer to the days. I guess you could say the way, not so much the news that is being released, but how that it's being released is getting very interesting to me. Let's just get into the articles for today. For example, Ripple scores a new ODL partner as XRP bulls target these price levels is the headline. Ripple partner Tranglo announced that it has signed EasyRemit, one of Australia's fastest growing fintech companies, as a new partner. And EasyRemit will use Tranglo's cross-border payment solution, including the XRP-based ODL, the on-demand liquidity. So, in a statement as part of Tranglo's global push for Ripple's on-demand liquidity, the ODL, the partnership will also allow EasyRemit to leverage ODL to maximize working capital and deliver quick and cost-effective transactions across key corridors, including Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, India, and Bangladesh. The announcement reads. Also, too, speaking of that, I pulled up this article from Fintelligence, and it was describing the use case and the examples. Let's get into simplifying cross-border payments using faster clearing and settlements. I'm going to highlight some stuff on the screen. If you're working, stay out of trouble. If you're driving, look at it another time. Just listen. As I will go through this, and there will be no need to look at your screen. Be safe to yourself and others. Also, to simplifying cross-border payments using faster clearing and settlements. And then the examples are basically using RippleNet, MasterCard, Clear, Stellar, IBM R3 Corda, Swift, Prime Chain, P5, and EasyRemit. EasyRemit is, again, what we discussed in the previous article, connecting back to ODL and RippleNet. But what I found even more interesting, again, you find anywhere you find Ripple, you find Stellar, and I've been finding sneakily hidden in there, you find XDC. Sometimes it's bold and outright, but most of the time it's hidden as R3 Corda because it's the default asset for Corda. So again, there is XRP in there, but the default is XDC. So there you have it. You have RippleNet using XRP, you have Stellar using XLM, you have R3 Corda using XDC. But here's something interesting. Rise of smart assets as a use case, and then you come to example, you have Hyperledger. You can go through a handful of other. I'm going to highlight two of these, Hyperledger and NEM. Hyperledger, we know, connects to a handful of things. Initially, the Hyperledger was connecting to Stellar, so that was pretty significant. But what I found interesting was the NEM, or XEM, as its ticker symbol. That's something, was it 2019, I believe, maybe 2020? I was showing was one of the first, let's just say 2020 easily, one of the first CBDCs directly being used from the Bank of Lithuania. And that was something, too, I had directly spoke to the bank and got a direct 100% confirmation. Now, that's where I'm going to pull up this article. The world's first CBDC is launched by Bank of Lithuania on the NEM blockchain. Again, its ticker symbol is XEM. And that was funny. Today, when I was doing the research, just the timing was unbelievable, as I'd gotten an alert that XEM was up 63% on a 24-hour period. Now, here's the thing. A million times over, I had gone to get NEM, but again, just like any other normal human being, for my personal profile, I own no XEM, the NEM blockchain, to be transparent, but I've almost gotten it so many times, and it has gone up so much. Again, not being a maximalist, I came into this space, with Bitcoin, and then, obviously Litecoin and Ethereum. To me, it's interesting to see that Litecoin is still around after the unbelievable things it's gone through, and even it's, I guess technically he would be the founder, used to tell everyone, hodl, like hold tight to your Litecoin, your LTC, as he was dumping all of his on the market. I can't even hold that against him. I have no disregards for that whatsoever. Again, as we say, nonstop, very consistent and constantly with this. I always invest my comfort level. So number one, invest what's comfortable for you. Never overinvest. Be careful with your emotions, because emotions can make you lose out on an opportunity. Buy when it's low, sell when it's high. These are just the old classic rules you can find anywhere. But never invest more than you can afford to lose completely, or that you have to hold long term. And, again, when you follow those guidelines, it's like, be responsible, do your own research, and no matter what you find and read, whether it's direct news or whether it's, someone sharing news as we do, I would always say follow 2 or 3 different people at least, so you get different perspectives. There's different opinions out there. There's different takes on it out there. There's people with different life experiences, out there, that it doesn't hurt to get the different perspective. And then you sit back from your own research and see if it aligns with someone or if it disagrees with someone. But that's where you get a very solid reference for your investing, so that you know what your confidence level is. And again, just like with NEM or XEM, the NEM blockchain, the XEM ticker symbol, it's one of those things where, sure, I lost a lot, but like anyone else, we have our favorites. You know what I mean? The favorite, here we've been very transparent about that, being XRP, XLM, XDC, and VeChain. We're going to share everything that we can, and we do all day long on Twitter. But that was always something interesting to me, to see XEM still around, the NEM blockchain still moving forward. And then to get, while I was in the middle of research today for this show, to get an alert that says it's up 63% over the past 24 hours. So that's good. Congrats to everyone who's holding that coin, because I know that's got you pretty excited, especially being down in this bear market. And bear markets are tough, man. This bear market being different than any of them, I've never seen so much toxicity as I have with this one. It's unbelievable. Next up, pro Ripple lawyer faults Michael Saylor's Bitcoin maxi stance, and here's why. Attorney John Deaton says Michael Saylor is wrong about crypto security classification. Just want to scroll down really quick, stating consensus is building that everything in the crypto industry other than Bitcoin is a security destined to be regulated by the SEC, GOV. And this makes BTC the only crypto asset suitable for use as global money. And that's where Saylor had based his comment. But Johnny Deaton responded saying, not true. Outside of Gary Gensler's and BTC maxis, there's no consensus. Everything other than Bitcoin is a security. There certainly isn't a consensus within the legal community. Software code is not a security. It, like any other asset, can be offered and sold as a security. Also, too, X-Ripple official admits to running a market maker on the XRP ledger. Matt Hamilton faces backlash from several community members after admitting to speculation with XRP. And there was allegations of making money from XRP speculation, and admitted to running a market maker on the XRP ledger. And again, I can't, put him at fault for that. Again, if it's a legal option, I know my investments. I'm responsible for my investments and my choices. Again, you have to factor those in, from the amount of or lack of regulatory clarity that's in this industry. Some of us have been in it since it's the Wild West. It's come significantly farther, but again, not having it fully regulated the way you would have stocks and bonds and the New York Stock Exchange, etc. Again, it's still reasonably a tamer version of the Wild Wild West. And again, I'm responsible for my own choices and investments. And so again, that's where you know, as I share my journey on this channel, or we're sharing news and I share my thoughts on them, I try to be as transparent as possible on assets I hold or do not hold, and continue moving forward from there. Sorry, I was distracted. My mouse wasn't working for just a second. Into the next and final article of this video. As the Brazilian digital real passes public blockchain pilot test with flying colors. And this one to me is very exciting because it fits into the category of our top 4 favorites on this channel. A tokenized version of the digital real, the Brazilian central bank digital currency CBDC, has passed a public blockchain pilot test successfully. The test, which was carried out by Mercado Bitcoin, a local exchange using the Stellar network. And it shows that the digital real token can be used in public blockchains following all compliance rules set by Brazilian laws. And again, guys, remember, this is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. And as always, before we go, I want to leave you with a final thought. Competing at the highest level is not about winning. It's about preparation, courage, understanding, nurturing your people, and heart. Winning is the result. And again, this reminds me of the old saying we've known that, you know, what's the difference between an amateur and a professional? An amateur will practice enough to get it right, and a professional will practice enough to not get it wrong. All right, guys, much love, and we will catch you in the next one.